First of all, just off that remark about I'm entitled to drive a flock of sheep on the cricket club. I'm
to graze,
the
not
first
to
to
swear.
graze them, yeah.
Not on the square.
I'm going to spend the money the committee's given me on my first sheep and start. Now to get to my speech, and I have to tell you, if I make any mistakes, I have to tell you that I went to the doctors this morning.
Okay.
No, I'm telling you something now. I'm on heavy medication. So if I make any mistakes, you know, just buy me a drink. Now, let me just start you off. If I just look over there, if you all look over there, you see where them boards are and what have you. Behind there, when I walked on in 1956 for the first time, and the professional was Jim McConnell, the Glamorgan and England spin bowler, I brought Walk On With Our Harry, the entrance was there. Now along that side, from there, all the way up to the pitch, where it is now, was full of people like myself, ordinary working class flat cap folk, all into Burnley Cricket Club. They hated Lower House, they hated Enfield, they hated East Lancs. There were one team they didn't hate. They hated everybody, so I liked listening to them, and you should have heard language they came out with. And you had to pay. Scoreboard was over there, and there was like a little cafe, well, not cafe, where you went servery, just where that tree is. Well, that tree is the weeping willow, where it is. There you got your plastic cup of tea and sandwich. If you wanted to go further than that, at both sides, this is no jokes, there was turnstiles. And you had to pay extra sixpence to go through to join the posh people. So we had some brilliant professionals around that time. I remember, obviously there's people here who remember it. There's people here who remember great professionals like Collie Smith and Charlie Griffith. But Collie Smith will always be my favourite. It's not that he died in a car crash, but it was absolutely tragic while he was playing for Burnley Cricket Club. He was a West Indian, but it was also because he knocked 306 not out against Lower House. There was one Lower House fan there, and I always remember this Ashworth saying to me, David Ashworth, saying, "You rubbed our noses into the dirt them nights." And well, believe you me. When he also hit 3 100s in the league, both league games, and the Burnley Express Cup was quite a big affair. So that's why Collie Smith, when he died, he brought me out in 1959. Now, I'm going to skip forward now, a good few years, to when we'd stopped that and I'd come over this side where, you know, there were no, them things were up and what have you, them boards, them advertisement boards, there were no car park. We'd sold that to football club. And I started making a lot of noise over here, I'm not too sure. Much of a chagrin of the other class. It's a good word, that one, isn't it? It's a bit suggestive, but even so. So, I always remember who I will definitely say the best chairman down this cricket club, because he gave me the opportunity to stamp my authority down this club. Peter Lawson. I remember him coming up to me. Peter Lawson, who is David's dad, and he came up to me and he said, "Ken, if you want to earn yourself an extra bob or two," I think it was just to keep me quiet actually. "If you want to earn an extra bob or two, you'll get 4 pints in the bar, and if you pick the plates up, you'll also get a free tea off the woman who was running it upstairs. I think it was Gade's family, you know, regarding the Gade who played for Burnley, his mum and dad." and had a great time picking glasses up, but the thing with it was with me, and Wendy knows me, you know what? I've been known as an alcoholic down here for a long while. What an opportunity. If anybody left out, it was straight down my gullet and I could suck in them. Anyhow, I was picking glasses up this particular afternoon, and Peter, you didn't bet I have to say this about Peter Lawson. I suddenly started going to away matches, and Peter Lawson, top man in the town, he'd walk round and he'd be Richie and all them and Bob Entwistle. Bugger them, Peter used to say. Ken, I'll tell you when he went, because they give me jig, because every away match. Ken, come with me. We're going round for scones, tea, round at the tea room at whichever club it was. Just away matches this was. And we went there, and I always remember Richie being very annoyed about him. And it's a true story, Joe can ask Richie himself. And he said, do you know something, Ken? You know more what's going on down this club than I do. And that is the truth. That's what Lawson said to me. So really, I was his snitch. The only other person was Clifford Maiden, who got the same opportunity. And he said, I want you also to order yourself a committee tea, but go around and see how many committee teas there were. It was 6 max. I said, well, what happens if there's more than 6? He said, I will go to the bar, order myself a tea, and we'll all do a Jacob's join of these. You know, what restaurant, these lettuce sandwiches, we were on like prawn vol-au-vents. The committee. It was in the days of these important people. But I was sat there with me Peter Lawson suits. By the way, big shoulders, Peter. And they used to be like a detached house. They weren't like that, these suits. And come off like that and down. You can imagine it with my shoulder. They used to call me Shoulders Shapcott, as mine. My friend from Preston, who's come over tonight, he sells badges on the football match, and I'm very pleased that you met the effort to come over, which I'm very pleased, by the way, in case I forget anybody, for everybody who's come down here tonight, you've been tremendous. So I want you to give yourself a clap first. And I'll continue. So anyhow, while I'm doing this glass collecting, one bad mistake I made was, as I say, I used to suck people's drink. Well, I was upstairs in that bar coming, and I kept passing this pint, a full pint. Went on for about an hour and a half. I thought, that's mine. So, but as soon as I picked it up, you know Andrew Martland, don't you? His dad, Bob. As soon as I picked it up, I couldn't believe it. Within a second, hey, you, that's my pint. I said, it's mine. He said, it can't be. He said, I brought my own barrel glass to this cricket club. There's no more barrel glasses down this cricket club. And, it created quite a problem, but Bob was all right about it, so I got away with it. And it taught me to, like, leave them for like 2 hours a minute. Anyhow, this particular day, I've got to tell you this one, it's my favourite moment as a supporter. Lorehouse had this person, and I'm sure my cousin John there remembers somebody from the police force called Brian Morehouse.
I do.
Remember him?
Brian
And it was
Morehouse,
Gary's dad. And he was like, he weren't on the police then, and decided he was going to give me a lot of stick, and it was friendly banter, used to get on well, so he'd shout off the balcony. And I'm walking on, picking my glasses up, with my suit on, of course, and shouts out off the balcony, hey, you Shapcott, what are you doing with that Peter Lawson suit, old suit on? I thought, oh, thank you, Brian. So I walked round the back of the clubhouse to the groundsman's hut, and I picked up a plank, 4 nails and an hammer. And I walked along the front, and I knew exactly what was going to happen. I knew exactly what I was going to say. And as I walked along, and it was packed. As I walked along with this plank, not looking at cricket. "Hey, Shapcott, what are you doing with that plank?" I said, "I've a plank, 4 nails and an hammer, and if you don't shut up, I'll board your mouth up." Well, the entire crowd, including all the Lower House fans, went amongst him, and he ushered back into the bar. Now, to move on swiftly now, to when all of a sudden Alan Shorrock, my great friend who's backed me up ever since on the car park, he's backed me up through thick and thin, that lad. You don't know what he's been through. Including me phoning him up on Christmas Day one time because he'd chopped my tree down when I used to shelter. He says, "Christmas Day while he's having his dinner," and I said I was retiring. But then, 30 years ago, and he's still saying, "Oh, Ken, what it is about our Davies or whatever. Dave, I don't think at your house, we're trying to have Christmas dinner." Anyhow, but let me just say now, he asked me to do the night football matches on the gate. And I've been up the car park gate for 2 years. Sorry, on the cricket gate for 2 years. And he said, "I'd like you to do it and make sure you take the money." So anyhow, I bumps into this, which I've met him before, Jolly Jack Green, which it can be an obstropolous bugger as Peter knows. He, "What are you doing taking the money?" "No, to do it, you've just come on this job." I said, "I've been told to take the money. Alan Shorrock had told me, any questions, put it on paper and send it to the committee, you know," and that's the way I used to deal with him. Anyhow, he soon got barred from the club to cut. They had nothing to do with me, but he got barred from the club. And I was well happy for that, and I decided that what I was going to do was introduce, and I mentioned it to the committee. I said, "Do you not think it's a good idea?" I said, I said, "Rob, my nephew, come down this club playing for under 15s. He was a very good cricketer in them days. Don't know what's happened to him since." And I got him to go to Townley School. I said, "What we do?" I said, "We pay these lads and we learn them from square one." You know, it's not like, no, I like better than bullying people. He couldn't bully Jack. And he came down and I told him to bring a couple of lads, and he brought Shiz. Unfortunately, he's had to go because his family's over. Keith's coming down at 10:05, the other one of the 3. And they've been with me, and they've been with me for 16 years. And I think they deserve a good clap because they've been absolutely tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. The help they've given me in recent years, I can't tell you, but we've had the odd argument, yes. Okay. No, it's supposed to be a peaceful affair. But they've been tremendous, and they've stuck with me through thick and thin. Well, look at me, I mean, mainly thin and thin, but I'm with They've stuck with me, and I appreciate it. And now, what I'm saying is, never forget them. Never forget them. But Jim, who lives across the road, has been a great friend of mine for many years. He has done the car park on many occasions. If somebody's had to miss, he's volunteered to do it. And he's also done deputised on security when they've been short. So Jim learnt the job, and he's also deputised when I've been off. He works for Jonathan Harvey, he's night shift manager at Jonathan Harvey's firm. So who can ask for better than that? So for Jim, I'd ask you to put your hands together again because he's taking over. Now I'm just coming to the thank yous now, and I'm going to start off with the players who have been absolutely tremendous all the time I've been down here. All the time. There's been the odd years when we haven't done well, and then of course I started watching Danny's under 15 team, didn't I? Going to St Helens Wrexham, what have you. I just left them stranded. And then, the last few years down here, well, who could have asked for more? 4 cups in one season. My family, who, by the way, I've got to mention them, and friends who I'm going to sit with from now on, so don't think that... I'm not just looking at Sid. Where's Sid? And Ken, I don't think I'm going to annoy you. Oh, I've got to mention Ken there now has become my official chauffeur for away matches. And this good wife, thank you very much. There's certainly going to be people. Joe Fletcher, who's been a stalwart and give it third team scorer a job. What's to his shagging. But the team has been absolutely tremendous. Now I go to committee. Now when I get to committee, no one has backed me up. Perhaps Alan Short, yes. Apart Christine, who has now been retired a few years, and anybody messes with her, how Harry said, how Harry was a policeman, and he said, when Christine, he said, if you had a policewoman walking round town with you, he said, you used to watch your back. He said, when Christine were with you, she'd watch yours. So that was Christine, but she took to me, you know, she took to me, and she's been brilliant ever since, and it's no surprise to see her down this club now. You see, the reason is I'm looking round at everybody, because I'm trying to bring everybody into the equation. And these people who's come on, and this young lad, they always talk when they come on the ground and what have you, and they're the future of Burnley Cricket Club. And Cap is here, and he's back with the seconds, and this is what I want. I want everybody to, anybody who has any, get back to the club, because this is the finest club to have. With people like Sid Lamb around, you can't go wrong. And David, and my friend, he used to be my chauffeur. Well, he asked me home if I'd need a lift. And various people, I just can't name you all. Just looking at these people, he's been a good supporter and he's brought his new partner. But I think, that's it now, I've got some idea. What are his new partners? Anyhow, but I want to mention who I think is the best servant ever down this club. I want to mention her now. The best servant down this club is Wendy Harvey, and I'm going to give you the reason why. And I'm going to give you the reason why. I'm going to give you the reason why. Look, oh, my 2 mates have come in, Mr. Cruncher, is that an umpire? Umpire Keating, it takes a lot of people. But Wendy, let's get back to Wendy. The reason being that she's 2 sons who went on from Burnley Cricket Club, one to play county cricket, one to be professional. She never left this club. She didn't say, oh, I'm going to make teas at Reed. She might have done if it went to Burnley game. She stuck with us. She's a tremendous person, and she's somebody who I have the ultimate respect for. And I mean that. Absolutely tremendous. Now, so, where have I got now? Let's make sure we haven't. Anyhow, I've done too bad without looking at these notes. That's it. Now, what I'm going to do, even if I forgot somebody, you know, even if I've got somebody like David Heyman, I'm still going to continue. I'm going back now to 1956. Yes, but I'm not going to, don't worry, I'm just finishing now. I'm going back to 1956. And I want to say this to you. Little did I know, shut up, you Scots person. Oh, I come from Aberdeen, listen. You spelled trawlers, listen. When I walked on that ground, this is my final word, so just listen to me. When I was only 10-year-old, when I walked on this ground, I never realised to get involved with a cricket club. Look at Cronny, he can't wait to get outside. To get involved with a cricket club, I would have a second home and a second family. And thank you very much indeed.